Set. Fuel shut off. Loose. Okay, that's good. Okay, beacon lights on. Master switch is off. Guess I gotta take the control lock out.
It doesn't say it. Another student today. He's like, you know, it doesn't tell you. I said, yeah, you're the second one.
Check the circuit breakers. Master switch is on. Let me check the circuit breakers. Prime. Oops.
It's confusing.
Yeah.
Everything in.
Throttle in. Full bridge. Okay.
Good.
I'm looking at the wrong place.
Yeah, it's all right. It's
Yeah,
usually they say 5-second count is decent.
Okay. Yes, okay. 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 Clear.
Clear.
Exactly where he's at.
They're right behind us, but we're good. Yeah, they're far behind.
Avionics switch is on.
Flight. The woman said, but it's going to mess my hair up. I said, me too.
No, you're good.
Can't hear you. What's that?
No, I was saying my altimeter's reading negative. That's correct. Right?
That's correct. Or what's the setting? 3025?
Right.
So what are you on? 3000? So then you gotta start.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta start turning.
I know it wasn't right.
Yeah, it doesn't look right when it's like that. We had a very low pressure. It jumped up quite a bit, 31.3 points, which is a lot.
Yeah, when I left the house, it was like 29 point.
Yeah, you know what's doing this? Your wire's pulling your mic. There you go. Now it'll pull it down. Yeah, 28 degrees. So we're at density altitudes, negative something crazy. Great performance from the airplane. That's the multifunctional display. You already hit on there. That's the GPS. Feel good. Go with your shot. I get a radio check. 1, 2, 3, 2. Oh, thank you, sir. Sounds like you got one. He's so quick. He's so quick. I wish I was that quick. I'm not even. It takes me a day to come up with that stuff. Oh, you got your EDSB on?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll have to hook up to it.
I don't think that's reading right. I'm showing that we're up near Peterborough.
Well, that just, no, it's not there. It just might not be hooked to you. Well, no, in other words, yeah, sometimes they do that though. Yeah. So there, okay, you're right there, yeah. To the yellow plate. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Just taxi.
Now.
Nah, Windsor, because 060, so I look at the DG. So 060. Closer to 14, right? 06032. I mean, you can count the degrees. 30, 60. You know, almost 80 degrees there, right? 30, 60. Almost the same there. So it's split right in the middle.
Yeah.
Let's try 14. Yeah, I got to do the math. I'm a little slow mathing in the morning.
You're not the only one.
Man, I tell you, but I need crutches like that. You know what I mean?
I can blame it on the wood leaf.
Oh, well, I can blame it on that too. Come on, man. I haven't been seeing Papa for a while. 346 Bravo Sierra, mostly. That thing makes some power. We were at 8,500 feet. full at 2,500 RPM, doing 90 knots in a climb at 8,500 feet.
JD was asking me about
What's that?
JD was asking me about it. I told him that thing climbs like a motor.
Yeah, it just goes, man. It's really weird too because it's got to be making over 180 horse. It's probably around 2. It would have to be. It's just taking way too much power. It's almost like a worked engine or something.
Really?
Something's up with it. It's just Zulu Whiskey was one of the fastest 172s that I've ever flown. And it's all by chance, you know, things just happen. But that thing is pulling some power. I'll have to see it like 2,500 on a nice day. What it is, just cruising, what kind of speed we can get out of it. I know we can get 120 out of it. Might be able to get a little bit quicker. Maybe 122. Put wheel pants on, we'll go faster. Swimming pool dried up. Have nowhere to go now. Yeah, when you pull up, we should be facing the winds are off our tail, but they're calm, so we can do the run up right at the line. Yeah, they're just calm. And it's cool out. You always want to face into the wind the best you can, especially when the temperatures start picking up, because there's not a lot on the inboard side of the propeller. There's not a lot of pitch there. And those cooling ports, they really got to be moving forward to, you know, keep that flow of air in the engine. Take off on 1-4, we're going to keep our runway heading, climb up to 1,500 feet. We'll go out a few miles, turn around, then come back. Sound good? Plan it is. I hate to just jump up and come right into the pattern, you know what I mean? I want to feel the airplane out a little bit. Yeah, and some days we will do just that. We're going to take off and come right back in, but Not right now. Let's go feel it out right here. heck is this about? Are you confused right now? I mean, look, this is smoother than a car ride over. Scary, isn't it? You get lots of days like this in the summer. You sweat their home. Yeah. All right, that means what? The big window that opens up right here? See, that's what I want. The sliding window right in the windscreen so it can just blow right out of it. Oh, shoot, you're recording. Just edit that out. I forgot. Sorry. Oh, my goodness. Oh, maybe that's a good thing then. Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, keep following for now. What I'm going to have you do is turn around and follow it back down. Look how nice this is. Wait, they have a runway one. No, keep going straight ahead. We're going over. They have a runway one. That's a north runway. Winds are calling 5. That's 30 degrees off versus our, and it's still real hot. So we're going to go to Woodbine, which is this road, to the right side of it, which is going to be the west side of the road. That only opening you can see, that's Woodbine Airport. But tune it in 12305. Flip it over. And then here is the weather. Runway going this way. Alright? Mixture rich, flat set, trim set, on a boat, see the notes. Make a song and there's some more power. We're coming in on a 45. Then we're going to turn downwind. Have to get the nose down. Right off our nose. See the airport? Okay. We're still 1300. We're fine Skyhawks. 5. Oh my God. 1,000 feet, fingers up. Add power. One 9 is going that way, 1 is going this way. You can find Skyhawk downwind. What is it? Well, they go down. That's cool. If they're like great at our altitude, it's a problem. See, runway 1. We can say 01, but you'll get yelled at. There's power. 10 degrees of flaps. Yeah, we found a better runway. Nose down. There you go. Right about there, we're trying to maintain 80. A little bit of trim. You always want to trim because it takes the fight out of it. Make your base turn. Add a little bit of power. You decrease it a little bit. So there you're right there. That was stable on this. Keep making that turn. Nose down. Nose down. Keep that nose in downward position. Now reduce like 200 RPM. Woodbine Skyhawk base. Another 10 of flaps. Nose is always going to come up. Keep her down. Good. Turn fine. Give some power. Nose up a little bit. You got to keep that nose in place. Don't let it go anywhere as you control it. Okay, full flaps. Woodbine Skyhawk final one. Yeah, it's really, really light over here. Perfect too. This all used to be cleared out. They filled it all back in. No, I mean it grew up on its own. We should go trim it a little bit. Oh, this is beautiful. 70 knots, power all the way out. Good. Keep bringing her down. Okay, start raising the nose. Bring it up. Bring up the nose. Bring up the nose. Bring up the nose. Go back. Yep. You gotta bring that nose up. Yep. Just hold it here. She'll settle back in. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. There you go. All right. We're gonna back taxi on the runway. So bring the yoke back. So you're looking right off the nose. You gotta look out because you can't see. You lose all. You go left turn. Back taxi. Add power. Add power. Push her. Now, there you go. Take it all the way down to the end. Go to the left side. Turn around to the right. There's like a little cutout that you'll see. So if you stare straight off the nose, you'll come right into the runway. You'll peg the nose gear. That's no fun, right? And that's normal. You got to understand that. So you have to say to yourself, I got to lift my head, look out. Look at the end of the runway, then bring your head in. There's nothing wrong with looking off the nose to see where the number is, but you have to use that peripheral vision. We have to tell our brain. And the problem is when we drive, we use that central vision to line everything up with. So in this case, we have to look out. Kind of rely on the peripheral. So to the left. Have to go a little bit more like up towards the grass and then bring it over. Set your airplane up and then we'll take off. Stay in the time. Stay in the time. To the right. Yeah, that way you can see everything. To the right. Pull your yoke back. Turn to the right. You want to be able to see out here. You want to be able to see what's coming. You want to be able to see down the runway. It looks good because I can see here for you. Alright, get her ready for takeoff. Let's do 10 degrees of flaps on this takeoff. That's not quite 10's right there. Yeah, so you want it to get to 10. And that's what it looks like. So when you look out the door, you should be able to see kind of what it looks like. Extra rib flap, set. Alright, so Woodbine, and it's runway 1. Closed traffic. Yes, sir. So, Woodbine traffic, Skyhawk Party 1, closed traffic. Woodbine traffic, you got it. Alright, she's all yours. all the same setup that we do every time. Don't turn it yet. Keep the wings up. Look back at the runway. Just gotta go down a little bit. Make that base turn. So at this point, you're only looking off the nose and left of the runway inside the airplane. Reduce some more power. Keep that turn going. Keep turning. Right. Nose up a little bit. Another 10. Now, nose down. Now the nose up a little bit. Woodbine Skyhawk is fine. Keep the nose right on one. Full flex. There you go. Goes down. Power all the way in. Cool. Now we want to roll that trim down. So you want to roll the trim down so the nose starts coming up. You have to push forward. So I go 3 turns. Power all the way out. Keep that nose down on one. Keep the nose down on one. There you go. Now you're looking about midfield. Easy movements. Raise the nose. Keep it on the runway. Raise the nose. Raise the nose. Nose up. Nose up. So we have to bring that nose up, bring that nose up. And you did the same thing. You stared right off the nose at the end. Got to look about midfield. Midfield to the end of the trees. And then what will happen is, all right, your airplane, I want you to turn it around. So you got to slow her down first. Woodbine Skyhawk back taxi 1. So that sight picture comes as you get down to the runway and you're within, 15 feet or so. You're starting to have back pressure. And the 10-foot range, the nose is going to be almost level to the field and coming up. So as the nose comes up, as we raise the nose, it slows the airplane down, it settles in. We have to raise the nose, raise the nose, raise the nose. So back pressure, back pressure, back pressure. And what that trim does is it helps you raise that nose so you're not fighting. Look at that, like somebody running a motorcycle or something on your, see the big black line? Yeah. Woo! Probably you can get into this place so easy. The woods behind here is pretty cool. I was bored of that. Woodbine, down in the middle of nowhere. Got the same deal, pull it off, clean it up. Watch the light, watch the light. Yeah. That'll hit the prop. Then we gotta follow up.
Wood?
Absolutely. I don't want to get out there and measure and all that, but I would assume so. You're right. There you go. Alright, that's good. So they're all set up for takeoff.
Okay.
We're going to do 10 degrees of flaps again. Step right to the seat. There you go. See that trim? Trim is everything. Alright, cool. We're going to do a short field takeoff on this one. So we'll do it together. We're going to roll out there, line up with the runway, and stop and hold brakes.
Total traffic, Skyhawk 5 moving Papa. Runway 1, Woodbine traffic.
Alright, cool. We're clear, taxi out. Just onto the runway and lined up. Pretending it's really short. We have to be off the runway before the halfway mark, right? That's where the trees are. We have to clear the trees by that mark also. So 10 degrees of flaps, hold the brakes, full power. Make sure it goes into the green. Okay, so the field's so short, we have to be down and stop before the marker bars. Not the halfway mark, marker bars, the big white strips. Now, always landing checklist. Mixture rich, flat 0, trim set, on, both, and seatbelt. Woodbine Skyhawk downwind. Leave the number, same deal, you'll bring the power back to 1500. 10 degrees flaps. And we got to get it quite a bit slower. And then once we land it, it's going to be very sloppy on landing. We got to jam the brakes. We're not going to, but we have to make that marker bar. If we can't make the marker bars, then we have to go around. It's that simple. Alright, make our base turn down. Now we're all the way out. Next notch flaps. Now we're intentionally getting the airplane slow, so 70 is a good number out here. Especially if we have to clear trees on one side. Alright, let's go full flaps. Yeah, well, these only have 30 degrees of flaps, so 40 is such a beautiful thing. So you see the marker bars, right? The big bars? We can't touch down in time. And it looks like we're carrying quite a bit of speed still. I'd rather have to put speed in at the end. So I'm taking it out a little bit to stretch the leg. Woodbine Skyhawk goes to final. I'm going to get her back around 60 out here. So I'm raising the nose. It's going to tell me if I'm going to make it or not. It doesn't look like it. So what I'm going to do is go out here. Power's all the way out. Give it a tug. There you go. That's why. All right, cool. Alright, good. We're 60. 60's great. Still doesn't want to do it, though. I don't think we're going to be able to make that. Alright, we're going around. Full power. Flaps out. Down. why did I make a decision to go around? Because at the bars, there's a wall of trees there. So if I go too far down, I can't outclimb those trees. I go right through the trees. These turns, right in. 530 degrees. Control the nose. Reduce power now. There you go. Reduce flaps. 20. Fine Skyhawk base. Flaps. This is how I like to do it. You can still follow the formula. I like to bring them in much sooner because I'm looking for 60 hours all the way out. There we go. Woodbine Skyhawk bomb. Now I'm going to trim it. I'm looking for 60 knots. And I have to control it from there. The only way to know how the airplane acts is to get it around 60 and bring it down at 60. Alright, good. We got a nice drop in. Yep, this is looking good. That's what we're looking for. If I need speed, I put my nose down. It's just so calm today. There's no wind to slow us down. If we had wind, 5 knots of wind, we wouldn't be doing this. We would have RPMs and power in. Alright, add a little bit of power. Okay. Right there. It's a short field, right? We want to land it as short as possible. Raise the nose, boom. We're down. That's a short field end, and then we get on brakes. Not crazy, but you would have to beat that out. You don't want to run into those trees. So you are literally dropping it in. You're bringing it on the edge all the way down. You know what I mean? Because you got to make that wall of trees that's there. And how long that is, I'm sure I could look it up and find out. But it's a 3,000-foot runway. I'm guessing that's about 1,000. So, yeah, give or take, right? So we did it. That's it. Short field landing. So these are very impressive machines. We gave it that little burp of power because it just felt like it was settling out. But we really didn't need to. But you don't, the only way to do it is by practicing.
Yeah, we did drop a little below 60 knots.
Oh, well, yeah, it's going to do that. It flares out. We're going to bring it back 10 degrees. Mixture full rich. Flaps through 10. Lots and lots of trim. You see that? Lots of trim. So I don't have to fight it. Fuel mixture. Good. Or fuel and selector mode. Good. All right, from here we're going to do a short field takeoff. We have to be off by the halfway point. So we'll be off the runway by then. We're going to hold the brakes. Woodbine Skyhawk departing 1. Brakes, full power. some way to keep it in there. You can't let it go down, then pull it up. It'll change the airspeed drastically is what it does. See how fast it changes the airspeed? Ooh, that's nice. You like that, don't you? You like the negative G's, I can tell. All right, give me 20 degrees of flaps. Actually, just go full. 20? Full flap. Woodbine Skyhawk, please fly. Power all the way out. Now I got to think about this. I'm carrying 80 knots right now. If I raise the nose for 60, what's that going to make me look like? Turn it in final. Just crank it over and I'll put the nose down a little bit. That might work. We'll see. I'm trimming it because I want it to stay at 60 for me. That looks pretty good. Yeah, we'll get the nose up a little bit more. That'll slow us down. And 68's best gliding, so that would give me the greatest distance. So one of the things I could do if I didn't feel like I was going to get it, I put the nose down a little bit, gain a bit of airspeed. But we're hitting this one sinky area in this one spot, you know, but it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I'd rather touch tires down in the dirt if I was doing a real short field, but there's lights there, you know what I mean? Power's all the way out, right?
All the way out.
All right, good. Good. Start raising the nose. Start raising the nose. Raise the nose. We're going to get a nice smooth one on this one. There you go. And then we would hit the brakes. Say, okay, you made it. Cool. Always back on the yoke. There you go. Excellent. All right, good. Now we're a little bit closer to those halfway marks. We're going to do another short field, beat those out.
Okay, so 10 degrees flaps.
10 degrees flaps, right? We'll treat it like we're taking off. So mixture rich, flap set at 10, trim. Yeah, usually takeoff is good. You got it.
Okay.
All right, she's all yours, brakes and everything. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here. Now, it's good when you let go of the brakes, it wants to shoot to the left. So you have to use that right pedal to kind of control it, okay? No brakes though. If you use brakes, even a little bit of brakes, it slows it down to the point where it can't make the takeoff properly in the short field configuration. You're gonna rotate it 50. You're gonna pull that nose up to 55. You might have to let it down a little bit, pull up, but you'll see you'll out climb the trees really quickly. Then the nose down for lots of right rudder. Okie dokie.
Woodbine traffic. 5 popular sidewalk. Company 1. Woodbine traffic.
I do? What's the first thing that I do? I check mixture rich, flaps are 0, trim is set, fuel on in both, and seatbelts are on. Right? Okay, that's number 1. And when I get a beam of numbers, I'm going to bring my power back to 1500. See, I'm nice and slow right now, 95 knots, you know what I mean? And I don't have to do too much. Just bring the power back. Alright, beam the numbers, power back to 15. I'm going to hold the nose in place and don't let it move. 10 degrees of flaps. I'm looking for 80, so when the flaps come in, I rotate my nose down a little bit. If it's too much, I'll know because the airspeed will pick up. I look back at the runway. There's a left turn. I'm going to trim it so I don't have to fight it. Look what I'm doing. I'm trying for 500 feet a minute. All comes that sight picture stays the same. Woodbine Skyhawk base. Alright, level the wings. 10 degrees flat, or 20 degrees of flaps. We're going to do a normal landing. Reduce power. About 200 RPM. Good, right there. A nice normal landing. Maybe normal. We'll turn it into fine. Well, we did that already. That's already done. Power all the way out. Woodbine Skyhawk final one. Using the left rudder to keep the nose in line. Now I'm back to neutral. Now I'm on the right rudder a little bit. And I'm doing that to show so you can see the movement. Left, right, you know what I mean? So I keep the nose with the toes. I'm at 70. I'm a little high in airspeed. Power's all the way out. Good. I'm looking midfield. I look at 1, but I look at midfield. I'm going to raise the nose. I got a little bit of airspeed. I have to get rid of it. So I'm going to raise the nose. Raise the nose. Right on. Yeah. So we didn't make a short field landing, but we made a landing we could still use the rest of the runway. Awesome. So the formula, it remains the same. Turn downwind, 1,000 feet, power at 2,000. First thing is checklist. Mixture rich, flaps are 0, trim is set, fuel on both, and seatbelts. Every time, because you're going to forget one time. I did it the other day. Turn the tank on right, forgot to put it on both. So it happens. But that's why we do a checklist. So I didn't do a checklist. But not a good one. We're going to do a soft field takeoff on this one. It's still 10 degrees of flap. So bring 10 of flaps in for me. Down to the seat. So there's my 10. We're going to trim it back a little bit. We want to get the nose off. We don't want to peg the tail on the ground, you know what I mean? But we want to do a wheelie out of here. We're trying to keep that nose gear out. So we're going to keep the yoke back initially. We're going to give it full power with no brakes, roll it right out. So a soft field is like being on a grass strip somewhere. It's rain, it's really soft, and you don't want the airplane to mire in, okay, which it can. So we're keeping that back. But as we go down the runway, it's going to start wheeling hard, so we'll have to let up a little bit. And then it's going to squeak off the runway. It's not a short field, we're just saying it's a soft field. So we're going to roll out. In other words, if we were coming into the runway, we wouldn't hold the brakes, we would just roll out onto the runway, keeping that yoke back. So we're going to release the brakes now. Woodbine Skyhawk Part 1 Woodbine. Bring in a little bit of power, get her moving. Power. drop, nose down. So flaps come in, you feel the balloon, nose down. It happens pretty much at the same time, but your airspeed's too high. Too much. There you go. Turn. Right about there. See what that sight picture looks like? Big old slice of pizza pie. You like pepperoni or sausage? Yeah, me too. So here you go. You imagine it's a pepperoni sausage pizza slice that you like. All right, produce some power. Another 10 of flaps. Turn it on. Woodbine Skyhawk is produced to final. Rudders, don't forget your rudders, because you're turning out without rudders, so the airplane will slide. Power's all the way out. Nose up a little bit for the airspeed. There you go, right there. There you go, now nose down. Right there. Now get her back to the center of the runway. So you got to turn the airplane that way. Now this is a soft field landing, so what we're doing is we're going to add a little bit of power right before she, not now, hold down. Right before she touches down. When she starts to settle, we're going to add power. Right to the nose, right to the nose, right to the nose, add a little bit of power. That's right, pretty decent. So we didn't get it in there quite quick enough. It's got to be right before she settles in. If you add it too early, it'll balloon up on you. Gosh, we're still making landings under, 1,200 feet. Okay, we're going to do a soft field takeoff again. So 10 degrees of flaps. I'll just bring it right to 10. There you go. And we'll go back mixture rich. Flaps are set at 10. Trim down a little bit so it helps you raise that nose. Fuel. Well, seatbelt. Alrighty, flighty. Now let her roll. Woodbine.
Woodbine traffic. 582 top of runway 1. Woodbine traffic. Okay.
No brakes, just let her roll.
No brakes.
Full power. There you go. No. first 10 can come in at 110 or below. Behind us as you make your base turn. You don't see him out in front of you the way you're going. Good to go. Woodbine Skyhawk base. Oh, you're turning final now.
Final one.
Woodbine Skyhawk final. Yeah, not on final. Don't do that on final. Nah, because you're taking away from the flying in the airplane. Add a little bit of power. Add power. Power. takeoffs and landings, we pull the power back right away. So you're doing that, and that's normal. We call that negative transfer. So I'm doing that, now we're doing something different. Like, wait a second, what? What do we usually cruise at RPM wise? 23 to 25. to do. That's where I get that from. I'd be in there slopping the pig. There you go. See, you can do it. You can't do that. So if I was sick, it was a day to work on the farm. So you really weren't ever sick. At hour, you're 50 feet before. Crazy notes a little bit. Hour, pretty good. 23. Goes down a little bit. Find your level horizon. Look outside. Look outside. Can't never end. What you don't want to do is flank too often. In other words, go boom, boom, and then come in. It'll throw you all off. You go here, you go here, you come here. Then you go here. Then you come back and helps because the pattern works out really well. Get that nose up, nose up, nose up, nose up. Hold that down. Keep it right here. So pick something off your nose like a field. That's what you have to aim at. What you keep doing is turning it. So you have to aim at that field out there. And hold the nose there. Nose up, use power to 15, and the flaps. Down. Turn it yet. Goes down first for 80. Make your left. You have to look off the nose because you see we're climbing right now. Put the nose down. There you go. Up a little bit. Beauty of it, we have 6,000 foot of runway. Right off the nose again. Look out. Out. Look out top of the trees out. It's hard to change your mind, you know what I mean? Because your mind thinks it knows what to do. And guess what? We kept you alive for what? 55 years? 60 years? Wait, how old are you? 57. So 57 years, your brain has kept you alive. It's trying to do the same thing. All of a sudden now, you got to change it, tell it to do something different. But only in this case. That's hard to do. Alright, start with the mixture, reduce, so lean it. There you go. Fraps up. And that would have helped you too if you had the trim down. It would have raised that nose and kind of came in a little bit better because what happens is when we're coming in with no trim, when we let go, the nose wants to shoot right down. When we have it trimmed, if we let up, it doesn't shoot down, it just drops down a little bit. So that's where that trim helps. So we'll start really incorporating that with our takeoffs and landings. All right, your airplane taxi away, sir. You're like my butler. Take me to Big Sky, damn it. That's it, chauffeur. Oh, I get all my words messed up. You kidding me, man? I had this problem with preceding one time. Preceding advertising. Was a paid sponsor by normal, short field, soft field, nice and smooth. Ugh, what a day. What a day. It's a shame it's not right down the runway, but it is nice. You can come in without almost any crosswind pressure. Let's see. I don't care about the temperature. That's been rising now. stays there. If it stays under 8, you don't even really need crosswind correction. Maybe a little bit, you know, get it back on the runway. That's about it though.
You see the plane that's down there, the hideout broke.
No kidding. Winds were that strong?
Old ropes.
Wow, yeah.
Hideout ropes. It's been sitting a couple of years.
Okay.
Husband and wife owned it. They flew for 2 years. Then I think they lost a lot. Didn't do an annual or anything on it. I think it was fine. It was like $6,000.
Oh boy.
It was at 150G.
Nice.
My nephew says he could take care of the lots.
Yeah, park it on this side because it's like, it's too jammed up in between those two. You know what I mean? You could try, but it's like wide. It's right here. A 5-foot walk for people.
I considered approaching it and seeing if I could make a deal with it. I never went through it. And then that's it. Last week.
They flipped over. That's a shame.
Yeah. And then went out there with a, what do you call it? Not a backhoe. Unloader. To flip it up.
Get the hell out of here.
Anyhow.
That's gone.
Yeah. Like I said, it's good for the engine. That's about it.
Well, unless it hit the prop.
I don't know.
Somebody soloed today. Nice. Avionics off. Register cutoff. After the engine shuts down, master switch off. Now leave it out. Always leave it out.
Okay.
Master off, key off and out. Awesome.
Okay.
If you put it back in and there's any fuel in there and you pull the prop through, if there's any spark,
okay.
yeah, possibly it could fire up.
How many hours on the?
17.7. 17.7.
Okay.
Well, you're the man with all the stuff.
So it's going to take me a little longer to get out.
Yeah, make sure you get all your things. I'm going to go in.
Okay. I'll meet you in there.
Take your time.
Okay, you want to bring this in and he can start?
Yeah, I can take it in.